What is up, everyone? I am Chris Knight, and you are watching the Khaos List, Khaos Central's second channel or second show of the week. First one is over on Danny's channel and Comix and Khaos Central soon. We'll have that going here before long. We'll get him so he can simulcast there. But right now we're simulcasting to both. And today we have four. Right now we got three, but we got four guys coming in here to talk some topics with me. We're going to let them introduce themselves. And then, as two of them are looking down at their phones. No,
sorry.
No, you're all right. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and let everybody tell you about themselves, where you can find them, all that fun stuff. Drew, I do not have your information down below yet. I will get it in there, though, before the night's out. I'll make sure your information is down in the description box below, because I got everybody else's in there, but I wasn't sure because we hadn't absolutely touched base. But I'm going to make sure I get your stuff in there.
Oh, it's all good, man. You know, I mean, hey, look, I'm the shiny new guy on the block. I've my first appearance on here, so I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Danny, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that fun stuff.
My name is Danny. My channel is Comic Chat on YouTube. On Twitter, it is Comic Chats with S. You can find me on Monday nights on my channel, and my show there is called The Chaotic Conversation, which is 1/3 of the Khaos Central network that me, Chris, and Sean are teaming up to do. Also, on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can find me on my other show called Equilibrium with my good buddy Terrence and now Jason. We all discuss different topics involving Marvel, DC, sci-fi, anything else that may be of interest to us. And it's a good time. So please catch us on those 2 days if you're not doing anything.
Awesome. All right, up next is Drew, better known as Supreme Heretic on Twitter, also a freelance, I guess we'll say, freelance writer for Bounding into Comics. Go ahead, Drew, tell everybody about yourself and where they can find you, what you're about.
Yeah, so I have my own YouTube channel, youtube.com/Supreme Heretic. Of course, most of you guys that are familiar with me already, you've probably been there on Thursday and watched the Pegasus Actual podcast that we do, where we cover all things Battlestar Galactica. I also, of course, as Chris mentioned, I write for Bounding into Comics. I am a writer for them, and I just started my own website called sickestofall.com. It went live yesterday, and we have a nice balance of pop culture and current events content. So if you stop by sickestofall.com, you can check that out, because we have some really cool stories from different angles on there.
Awesome. And just jumping in, perfect timing there, Comics. Very good.
I had no idea you already sent the link, so I was like,
oh,
see, as like see your live, I was like, where do you send the link to? And I scroll up, I'm like, oh, there it is.
yeah, I threw a bunch of stuff in at the last second, so you know that's how it goes. But Comix Division, a guy that I have done a lot of streams with, especially over on the Mandalorian Roundtable, which I look forward to later on this year. Hopefully we don't push that back, but we will be back to doing that here before long, guys, if you guys were a fan of that. But Comix Division, go ahead, tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that fun stuff.
The easiest way to find me would be on Twitter and my YouTube channel, which is Comix Division. And what do I talk about? Just kind of a variety of stuff. Lately, it's been a lot more comics, because there's been a lot of comics news because of the beer bug and how it's kind of collapsing things. And
I prefer to call it the fluffy bunny disease.
The fluffy bunny disease? That's a good one.
It sounds good. It sounds nice and lighthearted, and yeah.
Virtual fist bump, Comix Division, my boy.
How's everyone doing tonight?
All right. And last but not least, a guy that's been helping us out a lot here on Khaos Central during Sean's got some family stuff going on, some other things been going on, but we've got Jason here. Jason's been helping us out a lot lately. Jason, why don't you tell everybody about yourself and where they can find you?
Excellent. I don't have a channel right now. I'm still thinking about doing it, but you can find me on Danny's channel Monday nights, Equilibrium. It's a great show. We talk about comic books, movies, all kinds of stuff. So if you're into that, subscribe to his channel, check it out. And I'm still thinking about doing my own stuff, but right now I just enjoy streaming with you guys.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Okay, so this is how this works, guys. If you have not been here yet, we basically have 5 topics to talk about today. And depending on how I make this look, we're going to bring the first one up right now. Got to zoom in. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I got to always remember how I do this. There we go.
Finally, Chris, I get to talk sports with you. We only been planning on doing this for like 6 months.
So here's the deal: we don't talk sports a ton, but when it's pop culture and it's kind of got this interesting twist to it, we're using a little music in this, a little sports, a lot of different things. Basically, could a Yankee own the Mets? According to L.com, or however you say it, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez are reportedly taking steps to become the part owners of the New York baseball team, the Mets. The magazine Variety reports the engaged couple have retained J.P. Morgan Chase to raise capital for a bid. The current owner of the Mets, the Wilpon family, announced in December that they were negotiating an 80% sale of the MLB team to hedge fund billionaire Steve Cohen, but the deal fell through. Now, I'm going to back this out really quick, and I'm going to jump.
Can I start on this one?
Go right ahead, man. I'm going to bring up the article while you're talking, though. Go ahead.
Okay. I hate baseball. I don't give a damn.
Oh, come
that's
on.
what I got to say.
I
will quietly
what's wrong with baseball, man?
Yeah,
all right, real quick. Let's bring Rosetta's super chat up here. $5 super chat. Tell Drew he's a pain in the back. Also, Chris, you're insufferable. You're a crazy boy. Yes, I am. All in love. Hope you are well. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Rosetta. Let's.
Yeah, all I can say, Rosetta, is it's all good, but I know more Star Trek than you.
Oh wow! Shots fired.
Yes. So yeah, basically, here's the deal. Alex Rodriguez is a former Yankee. Before that, Ranger, had at one time the largest MLB contract of all time, and now marrying Jennifer Lopez. This is like her 40th marriage, something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if you guys down there, if Jason or if Comix, if you guys are baseball fans or not. I'm a baseball fan. Drew, are you a baseball fan?
I mean, dude, I lived in, I was born in 74, lived in Cleveland all my life. It's impossible not to love football, baseball, and basketball here. I mean,
I'm a Kansas City guy. I live in Kansas City. So in the past 5 years, we've had the Royals win the World Series, and we had the Chiefs last year win the Super Bowl. So I'm a big, what?
Whoop dee damn do.
Oh, stop it.
Really, Danny?
But see, Chris, here's the thing, because you and I are both, we're both, I guess we could be considered like small market baseball markets.
Yep.
And to a degree, now this is comedy from the simple fact of watching, one of the big powerhouses burn, because we love to do that as small market baseball fans, because, our teams are never going to have the godly capital that the Yankees, the Mets, people, teams in those cities have to sign players. So, we love when the Giants burn. But the thing is like my buddy that lives, in a different part of the state. He's from Staten Island now. If I talked to him about this, now he would probably, be pretty pissed off, because he'd be like, A-Rod's a Yankee. I'm a Yankee fan. He shouldn't go buy the Mets. And then if you talk to Mets fans will be pissed off because, like, oh my God, how dare a Yankee own the Mets? I can't support that.
Real quick.
Man.
Yeah, he isn't invited on my Star Trek panel. $2 super chat.
I'm just too good. You got wrecked before by me, Rosetta. I'm sorry.
Shots fired again.
But basically, the combined net worth of J-Lo and A-Rod, $700 million. I mean, that's a lot of money to shell out to be a part owner of a baseball team, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, but if you think about it, if they get 80% ownership, dude. I mean,
well, I don't know. They 80% was what the Mets were trying to sell, and this article kind of gives the idea that they're going to be part of a group buying it.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be maybe 10, 15, 20% owner.
Yeah. I mean, if it was that, then maybe. But the thing is see, what I'm wondering, no matter what, they're going to make money hand over fist because it's big market. The TV money is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if the Mets are good, you're automatically going to make a profit. There are a lot of Mets fans. I mean, people have been clamoring. How nice was that? All right.
$2 super chat. Poor Drew. When did you get drunk and delusional?
But the thing is, people have been clamoring for the Mets to be good. I mean, when's the last time they were in the World Series? 86.
In 2015 when the Kansas City Royals beat them. I can tell you right now.
I mean, the last time they won a championship was 86.
Oh, 85, 86, something like that. 86, because we won in 85, they won in 86, and yeah, anyways.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to forget 85, man. That was the Brett Royals.
Oh, it was, and that was a beautiful. Hey, Mads, how you doing? Mads in the chat. So really quick, it talks about how A-Rod had talked about signing with the Mets as a free agent in 2000, some other stuff. I say that this is kind of something that's par for the course. Of course, he's going to want to buy a team. That's where he's at in his life, isn't he? And now that he's marrying J-Lo, there's more money there.
You don't think that he's still kind of competitive with Jeter, too? And Jeter
that's true.
Marlins?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's part owner. He's not a full,
right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, and I think that's what this is. They were buddy. They went to the strip clubs together. They did, the Bachelor thing forever, and yeah, I think they're both trying to show, look what I can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think so. Jason, comics, what do you think?
What sports?
Okay, very good. Good. So you and Danny are on the same page. Gotcha, Jason.
I'm not a baseball fan. I'm a sports fan, but not a baseball fan. But
baseball sucks, man.
No, it does not.
It doesn't suck.
No, it does.
I mean, watching it on TV is boring as hell. But when I used to go to the games back when we had the Expos, I used to really enjoy going to the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different experience when you go to the ballpark entirely.
I'm fine watching it on TV too. I'm sorry, I'm diehard.
Jason,
I can't do that.
Jason,
yeah.
Name 10 current baseball players now.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. But again, like I said, baseball is not my sport, right? But at the same time,
Frankie Lindor.
Yeah.
Having them own the team, that would be great because in any sports, there's really no black owners, right? Or no owners of color. So having J-Lo and Alex having part ownership, hopefully it's the full 80%.
Magic Johnson is part owner of the Dodgers.
Yeah, but they're like 10% though.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Owner.
Mike, no, but 10% and 80% is totally different though, Danny.
No.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't care one way or the other. I don't care.
Jordan has like 10% of the Bobcats, but
no, he got more than that.
Yeah, he's got more than that.
He got more than that. He's majority owner of the Bobcats.
Yeah, he owns it.
Yeah, oh, really? He's majority? Okay.
That's his. And the next would be LeBron James.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. LeBron going to own a team before
he's going to have – LeBron's going to end up having a big hand in stuff.
He's probably going to buy the Nets or
Nets was going to be Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe was going to snatch up the Lakers a big percentage of him and Magic, but he ain't able to do it. But LeBron
there's always been a hot rumor here though that when Gilbert sells, LeBron's going to swoop in and buy the Cavs too.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
do that.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move right past sports now. We're going to go to our second topic tonight. See if we can get this all worked out right. See, I don't do this right. I got to remember how to do this. There we go. Every time I'm like, This is what you get when somebody does this last second, you know. Okay. What are you watching? So refinery29.com put out a list of the top 10 shows that people are watching on Netflix. On the list are some expected shows like Ozark and Tiger King, which are pretty damn popular. But other titles like Despicable Me and The Green Hornet come as a surprise, at least to me. So this begs the question, what are you watching as the country continues to observe shelter-in-place orders?
When they say the Green Hornet, do they mean the one with Seth Rogen or the original Green Hornet?
Well, I think
Probably the Seth Rogen one would be.
Yeah,
There's the Rogen one.
Yeah.
I think so. Let me open up the website real quick because I got that up right here. If it stopped going over to the there we go. All right,
you named it right. Me and my family are watching Ozark. Ozark is hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ozark is good. I haven't seen the season yet, but
so
Right
there you go. Okay, so number 10, and I'm not sure if this is actually by listing of like an actual 10 to 1, but Green Hornet is number 10 according to this.
Yeah, I mean,
All American.
That movie is never listed as one of the in any conversation as a top 10 or whatever, or top whatever superhero movie.
But it's Sony Pictures, so and I'm sorry because Green Hornet I never really followed. That's Marvel, isn't it?
No,
I think it's DC.
Is that DC really with Sony?
Green Hornet is something else, I believe.
Yeah,
is it?
Green Hornet was something else.
Okay.
I think it's DC because on the 1966 Batman fought Green Hornet on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to check.
Wow.
Yeah, but you see
Adam
TV
West
shows,
fought Bruce
TV
Lee
shows
and
back
whatever
then, they may have thrown them together. I don't know.
Yeah. But back then, they also didn't worry about who had rights to what either. Really.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. They just threw things together. All right. So number 9, according to this, All American, which I have not seen.
I haven't seen any of these so far, Chris.
I've heard that's really good.
The Innocent Files, which I believe isn't that like kind of like the Kim Kardashian project thing where they're going and finding people they believe are innocent.
Yeah, that might be that with that.
Yeah, I think that is. But they have several things like that out on like Oxygen and HSN or whatever it is. I don't know.
It's currently Dynamite who is putting out Green Hornet.
Okay. Ozark's number 7 according to this. And Ozark, it started, if I remember right, on a network station, and then it got dropped and Netflix swooped in and grabbed it, if I remember right. And if I'm also right, that takes place somewhere here in Missouri, supposedly.
Yeah,
that's
correct.
And forgive me, I read up on these things, but I rarely have time to watch any of these. So it's like, I'm going to take hashtag Black AF as meaning hashtag Black as, but I don't know that.
No, that's what it is. I actually just started watching that today.
Is it good?
Yeah. If you ever seen Blackish, it's like a ripoff of Blackish.
Okay. Which I was all right with Blackish when it first started, and then they got really serious for like half a season or a whole season. It was like, what the hell is this? And now they're trying to go back and make it a comedy again. It was like, what?
They use a lot of they use the show format to hammer home a lot of social views that's going on.
Yep.
They did.
Same thing with this.
Man. Okay.
Same thing with this show. I think it's the same guy that did Blackish.
Okay.
He's the one that's doing Black AF now.
I thought Blackish was actually done by a woman.
I don't know.
No, it was done by the guy that stars as Andre and his friend. I can't think his friend's name. Something Burrish or something like that.
All right. Number 5, according to this, Tiger King. Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. I have yet to see this, but this again, if I remember right, the Greater Winewood Exotic Animal Park is down in Oklahoma. It's like 5 hours away from me or something like that. And yeah, there's a lot of questions.
That's crazy. That show's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, this guy is there. He takes care of all these animals, and he makes, you know, he's got this really good relationship with them. And then all of a sudden, I don't remember the country, but I know supposedly somewhere down in like South America somewhere, he supposedly just goes and doesn't tell anybody, but his wife knows about it. And then all of a sudden his best friend and co-trainer of these animals is there, and now he and this guy's wife are like, together, I guess, or something, This you can't write this stuff. That's the bad thing, is you can't write it.
Oh, man. Well, what do we call this? This is like, what would be another word for this, Chris? The White Trash Chronicles.
Something. The Chronicles of White Trash. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty accurate statement.
Jeez, it's like, yeah. Number 4, another good show I hear about, Waco. So
I actually heard that wasn't half bad.
I don't know if this is it says Paramount Network, and I think they showed this last year, and I watched it. But I think what they did is they put it all up on Netflix, and I mean,
What is this supposed to be about? Is it about like the Waco incident?
Yes, it's about the Waco incident. It tells it from both sides. It tells it from the side of, I think, the FBI, if I remember right, and from inside the compound. And of course, if I remember right, it does.
That was pretty crazy when that happened.
Yeah, it does kind of go with what some of the people who survived say, supposedly, that no, we didn't shoot, we didn't do any of this, and then take it or leave it how you want it. It's kind of interesting because nobody's really going to find out exactly the craziness that happened that day. I mean, it's pretty tight-lipped about everything. Number 3, this surprised me. Despicable Me. Not the fact that a kids movie is on this list. Of course, a kids movie is on this list. Kids are out of school. But Despicable Me. And not the second or the third one or the Minions movie. It's the first one. So I'm trying to figure out why this one's so high up. Because I would say Frozen 2 would be higher. And I know that's not Netflix. I know that's Disney Plus, but I would expect something like Frozen 2, something newer that's up there. This is like, what year was Despicable Me? Like in 2004 or 5, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so Outer Banks. I've never heard of this.
Never seen that either.
But it shows up as number 2 on here. And of course,
dude, I haven't seen any of these, to be honest.
No. And it's a Netflix show, so whatever you want to say about that. And then Too Hot to Handle. Again, it's Netflix. I'm okay with some Netflix stuff. I like their comedy stuff better, but I mean, comedy shows.
I honestly, I would rather. I'm more a sci-fi person, so like,
yeah.
During this time, I'm binging stuff like Battlestar, and I mean, I'm doing that thing every Thursday anyway. So I've been binging Battlestar, and so I've been watching Battlestar Galactica, and they're actually having a marathon of it on Sci-Fi the past couple of days. I think today and tomorrow yet, and then it's over. But yeah, I've been binge watching that. And, that's pretty much about it. Just like I watch a lot of old stuff, dude. I actually was watching like old animated episodes of G.I. Joe.
Oh wow! Comics. What are you watching? I don't know. Are you like at home working? What are you doing?
Oh, I've worked from home for like the last 3 years, so this isn't nothing.
Rub it in, why don't you? Yeah. You're like, hey, I'm a pro at this.
But my wife has been watching The Innocence Files, which is actually, I haven't really watched it. It's been pretty interesting from what she was saying. Trying to think of what I'm actually watching other than YouTube. It's primarily just been YouTube.
Yeah. Been watching you, Chris.
What have I been watching?
Yes.
I've been watching chillers and boilers at my job. Actually, I finally watched Black Panther the other day, and I know everybody's going to be like, "Oh my God, Dad, you just watched?" Yeah. Listen, honest to God,
2020.
4 years ago, I had not seen an official MCU movie, and I was looking for a new job. I was an assistant manager at a hardware store. This might have been 5 years ago. I can't remember. It was right before like one of the Avengers movies was about ready to come out, I think. Maybe it was I don't remember. Anyways, I was I was like, I gotta watch these, and in order to watch this, I want to watch all of them from the start. So I went and I watched them all while I was sitting there looking for a new job. And I found the job. I got the job. My boss wasn't back in town yet. I was taking care of the whole store myself, and I watched all the MCU movies up to that point so I could catch up. And since then, I've stayed pretty well up on them, except for Black Panther. But I asked before I went to go see Endgame or any of that stuff. I was like, "Do I need to see Black Panther?" They're like, "No, you don't really need to see it." But I really liked it. It was really, really good. So I watched that. I watched Solo again. I know people are gonna be like, but
You really like that movie?
I don't mind it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't mind it.
I mean, what
Solo lost money.
what is so compelling
So,
about it?
I've seen a lot worse.
I have too, and I mean, it's not Rogue One.
I'm not saying I like it or I'm in love with it.
It's
but I've
not
seen a
Rogue
lot
One. They take a lot of
So
liberties with Han Solo's involvement
Thor-
with the Empire.
Thor 2 is worse.
Well, his origins, they take a lot of liberties with his
No.
origins, which I
Thor
have an
2 is
issue
not
with.
worse.
You
That's
see,
it.
and that's the thing. He has tie-ins, and if I remember right, I had the trilogy. It's been so many years since I've read it, but even in the trilogy, it mentions that he had kind of hid out among the ranks of the Empire.
No, he was
occasionally.
actually, he joined the Empire to become a pilot.
I don't ever remember
Yeah.
that he absolutely joined it. I
Yeah,
thought
no, he actually was.
Okay, so
It's in the the
It's like
extended
super
universe stuff.
brief, but yeah.
Then when he found Woody Harrelson crew, that's when he became like a smuggler.
Well, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the actual. We're going to go back to the EU stuff, but that's what I've been watching. But I know Danny's been watching. He's been watching Clone Wars,
Clone Wars is hot.
Me too.
Yeah.
and then
I checked out of Clone Wars. I didn't really even bother with this season.
I saw the first
Don't
episode and I was like, I
You
don't know
just-
if I really want to watch this anymore.
You can skip the first 8 episodes, Drew. Just go straight to the 9th episode. That's where it picks up.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the stuff that came before this season. I'm not feeling this season. I really wasn't. Even the trailer was epic when it came out, but I was like, even then, I'm like, I don't know how they're going to get it better
It
than
felt
what we
very
did.
Disney-fied at this point.
yeah, and I wondered about that.
Yeah, the first couple of episodes are like filler, like they don't even have anything really to do with the story.
Well,
But
that
the
was
last
actually from
episode-
the original, before the show was
Hey.
canceled, that was actually the first 5 episodes of that season. But they didn't do the renders or anything like that.
Mm.
So this season is like the okie doke, like the rope dope that Muhammad Ali did to George Foreman. It lulls you to sleep. You'd be like, "Oh man, this ain't gonna be nothing." And then the 9th episode is where they pop you with the uppercut. You'd be like, "Oh, what the hell?" Because the 9th episode is totally different than the first 8.
Danny's still trying to bring sports into this.
I'm just telling you.
No,
Yeah,
I like the terminology, though. I like the terminology. That's great.
Hey,
I'll go. See, I'd maybe just like go forward and check out the 9th episode just to peep that out.
I'm
And
telling you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, topic number 3, the new Avengers. Comicbookmovie.com has released a fan art poster. I typed that up horribly. Sorry. Avengers 5 poster. There you go. Okay. So let me say this. Comicbookmovie.com has released a fan art Avengers 5 poster. There you go. Got it out. Yes. According to the site, a recent rumor claimed that Captain Marvel 2 will lay the groundwork for the new Avengers movie, with Carol Danvers and Spider-Man part of a team which may assemble to tackle a secret invasion of Earth. The fan art
What at this
suggests-
point? Because they've already kind of ruined the scrolls.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the question. I mean, are they going to bring them back as evil, or
I don't think so.
I don't know. And that's the thing. It's like they're going real hard on their good guys now.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the post-credit scene of Far From Home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know though. That's the thing. I still think that maybe that's a way of false,
But listen,
luring you into a false sense of security. Maybe I don't know.
we got
Well, let me finish reading this out, and then we can talk. Sorry, Danny. Fan art suggests that the new Avengers could include Doctor Strange, Falcon / Captain America, which I guess they're assuming automatically, which I think is true, that he's going to become Captain America, Thor, Nebula, Scarlet Witch, and the Wasp. Who would be on your new Avengers team? Danny, what were you?
As far as the scrolls being good now, that's on this timeline. We don't know what Havoc Loki is going to do on his new timeline. And for all we know, the scrolls could be turned evil because of some tinkering that he did. Also, we don't know what the multitude of the multiverse of madness is going to be, because that's good. I saw a show today, and it's talking about how Wanda is going to figure out that the Vision is truly dead, and she just kind of has a mental breakdown and release her cosmic power or whatever the hell she has, and it messes up all the different multiverses. So we don't know in what multiverse they're going to have the scrolls, maybe evil in whatever timeline. So you just got to wait and see on that.
I'm going to show you guys the
Here's what I'm concerned about, because we've heard rumblings about this before, especially over at Bounding, and I mean there was rumors going around initially that this was going to be, they were going to try to interplay a sort of like Captain Marvel and Spidey type of love story into the thing, and it's like, why would you even do that? Yeah, it was going to be like it was going to be Spider Cuck, basically.
So Gamora is shown in this. Mantis. What I find funny is they have the Wasp in here, but we don't see Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And again, this is fan art. Let's not take this as this is what's going to be and all that.
Right.
It's not like that. But okay, so Thor. I like that I see Thor in here. As long as they make him Thor, not Fat Thor. I'm okay with Thor in there. You're not going to be able to have. They're not going to take Captain Marvel out of this.
Well, you do know that there's supposed to be somebody that dies in the new Guardians of the Galaxy, supposedly.
But I don't know. We'll find out.
Let me guess. It's going to be what's his name? I was totally blank on him.
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Maybe. Black Panther's in this. Scarlet Witch, Gamora. I already said that. Okay, so like I said, starting up at the top, Thor, I put him there. Captain Marvel, like I said, no matter what you want to do. In Marvel, Captain Marvel's gonna have to be there. I know lots of people have a problem with Brie Larson. I didn't have a problem with the movie. It wasn't the greatest movie in the world. It was like a Thor 2 almost.
I'm fine. Hey, look, I'm fine with Captain Marvel if they swap the actress from the adult parody into play Captain Marvel instead of Brie Larson.
Fair enough. And I mean, she's got about as much personality, and her curves are a little more curvy.
Exactly.
Doctor Strange, I love it. I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. After that first one, I was like, yes. I love that movie. So Falcon, I believe they are going to make him Captain America. I would love to see it like this, where it is a mix between Falcon and Captain America, like he keeps his wings and stuff. That would be really cool to see. I don't know. Was it like that in the comic books?
Yeah, he had the wings.
Yeah, he still had his wings.
That's what I thought. So
he just changed his suit, kind of.
So I'm good with that one. Black Panther, I'm good with that. You guys? Yeah. Spider-Man, definitely. Then after that, okay, Scarlet Witch, I'm okay. That I would leave her there. I like that. But after that, I see the rest of these people, and I'm like, they're just filler. I don't know if I would have Wasp in there. I don't know if Gamora, Mantis, and I'm drawing a blank on the cyborg chick.
Nebula.
I don't know about that. I'm not. Those are all filler, and it's like they're just throwing in Guardians of the Galaxy in there. Like, they don't need to do that.
I would Nebula got a lot of screen time on Endgame, and that that raised her stock. So
Nebula right now, I would put her because here's the thing: if you take Nebula and put her in the Avengers, you can take her out of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ah, man, I'd rather have her in Guardians, man. That's kind of
so
my
would
issue.
You take Laura out of Guardians and put her in?
I think that they should keep the Guardians characters in the Guardians.
Okay,
stuff.
that's fine.
They don't need to munge everybody in together.
They don't. I'm just saying of all of the Guardians, Nebula being the one that came over. You can keep her in the movie with Guardians of the Galaxy, but of all of them, if you're gonna have one of them, I'd say she's good for it. But that's a personal thing. I would definitely put Ant-Man in there before the Wasp.
I'd have them both, Ant-Man and the Wasp, because they were both part of the Avengers.
But I think if you have the Wasp, you got to have Ant-Man.
Yeah, I agree.
So
try to remember what the original lineup was.
Iron Man,
Captain America,
Thor,
Hulk, Thor,
Thor.
Ant-Man. Wasp wasn't there at the beginning, I don't think, but it was Ant-Man was there. He was original too.
Hawkeye, Black Widow, Hulk. I think that was the 8. Was that the 8?
Yeah.
And then
But are we talking the comic or the movie?
No, I was talking comics.
Oh, Oh God.
Because I was trying to think of who to put in there. Because I honestly, Captain Marvel is not a character I think that really works with the Avengers. I mean, just like movie wise, and she doesn't necessarily work with them in the comic either. She does her own thing.
No, she doesn't, and that's the thing. And they did a really good job, I think, in Endgame.
Now, what would be interesting is if they did something like the Illuminati, where you had, Black Panther, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have Tony Stark, but you could definitely have Reed Richards.
Well, you see, Reed Richards
different timeline.
Well, yeah, okay,
is that a different timeline?
I say you can do it at a different time.
Oh, you can do it at a different timeline. Yeah, fair enough.
But you gotta establish that somewhere. The only hint that there could be a separate timeline right now is the fact that Loki got away in Endgame.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's fine, but we have to wait for, and this is why I say Marvel needs to figure out, and I don't see how they can't get some of this stuff. We talked about it the other day, Danny. What if it's supposed to be animated? We can start doing that now. That can be out now. You can get 4 episodes up and running because it's animated. People at home can animate. They've got all the wireframes for characters that they can change. All of that.
They can do it, but I guess the big thing is they got to make sure that all the stories line up.
Well, that's fine. If you have no other choice but to start with what if, then everything else is just gonna have to fall in line behind it and match up. But then again, what if is all about that very thing. What if? It doesn't matter if it matches up. That's the one thing that doesn't matter. But what it can do is give you ideas of where they may go. And Marvel, Disney, all of them it'd be really smart to start with that and get it out now. Why nothing is moving? I think because we're all sitting here speculating on so much that until we get these TV shows they're putting out, we don't know, because these TV shows are supposed to be setting all of this stuff up we're talking about.
I wouldn't put the Falcon and Winter Soldier out first. I would put Loki out first, and that way he could branch you off to several different realities and stuff, and then that could set up different shows. Then I would maybe jump to Falcon. Then I would jump to WandaVerse, and then slide right into Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
I think part of my issue when you start getting into multiverse stuff is it's going to start confusing the audience as far as like what takes place during what. I mean, even Marvel decided to collapse the multiverse because of how confusing and convoluted it got.
Well, that's what they'll probably end up doing, right? Because right now they have the Loki timeline. Captain America created his own timeline as well. So I'm guessing that sooner or later they're gonna, because like you said, the more time as they have, they're gonna confuse a lot of people that aren't like comic.
Not necessarily. I mean, if you want, CW did it excellent. Crisis was excellent. All they gotta do is follow that print.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I've totally like missed the chat here. We got Sith Lord in the chat. We've got Memes of Destruction, Laura Kuehler. Oh shoot! And how about this?
Brian.
All for the chaos and terrific panel. Sith Lord put up 20 up there. I'm so sorry, Sith Lord. I had this on other things. Tommy's in the chat, modding for us, I think. Let's see here. We got
Hail Tommy, hail Sith Lord.
Yeah, we got Nindroid.
Hail
We got Brian the Observer. How you guys doing? I'm sorry again. We were getting in that conversation, and I got to remember. I got to look over the chat, people. And again, Sith, thank you so very much. Appreciate it, JJ. Thank you for the $20.
Don't forget Mads, dude. Mads Mama Bear.
I know Mads. I said hi to Mads earlier though, because I caught her right off the get-go. But Mads, thank you for being here. Okay, so again, let's get this Marvel TV stuff going and figure out something so we know where we're going. Because that's one thing already I can tell you with Phase 4. It's so up. It's just a jarbled mess right now. And this is so weird because we are so used to 1, 2, and 3. It made so much sense, and now here we are. And you can blame some of it on the fluffy bunny disease because it just put a halt to everything. But
I just hope it doesn't get too convoluted, Chris.
Well,
I'm saying.
Here's the thing: Doctor Strange 2 and the multiverse of madness. I think that's kind of a hint to, since it's gonna. I think it's gonna be these TV shows, then Shang-Chi, then Love and Thunder. Right? Is that what they're saying so far?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think Eternals is actually going to be the first.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Eternals is first, and it's ready to go as far as I understand. They got to push it back.
That's my biggest thing with intertwining TV and movies is you got to maintain a continuity.
Yeah,
and that I'm scared to death that won't happen.
But this is Disney's new plan, and I tell everybody, people are like, "Oh, well, the Star Wars movies don't make sense unless you buy the books." Well, that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
More money.
Sure.
Well, the new Avengers movie didn't make any sense. Well, did you watch the TV shows? No, because I don't have Disney Plus. Well, you see, if you spend more money and watch that stuff, again, this is Disney's ploy to piece things together when they could have done it in movies, but they don't want to because they want more money. They might have to rethink this though now with everything going on. But
it looks like
I think that's smart.
I don't think it is. But.
Okay, so films coming out. Black Widow's gonna be first, which is this year. Right. Eternals is next year.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is next year. Thor: Love and Thunder is 20.
Did they announce Spider-Man now?
It's speculative to be. Shang-Chi is also supposed to be 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as series go, Falcon and Winter Soldier is supposed to be this year.
Mm-hmm.
WandaVision is this year. Loki is 2021.
Okay.
What If is 2021. Hawkeye is 2022. Ms. Marvel is 2022. Moon Knight 2022. She-Hulk 2022.
Okay. Yeah. See, if it all works together hand in hand and it makes sense, it's great. And I think Doctor Strange 2 is actually going to kind of tie up the loose ends of that multiverse because of the name of the movie, the Multiverse of Madness. They're already admitting that this is getting crazy right now. By the time they get to that movie, they're probably going to show how nuts it all is.
I saw
one movie will probably tie a lot of it back together or fix it so a lot of things come back together to a central timeline.
I watched on YouTube today. He was talking about
that's what I think.
This is going to tie together in the multiverse, and that I've never heard of this girl before, but it's supposed to be a love interest of Doctor Strange. Her name is Clea. That she's supposed to be on there, and then she's like the female version of him, and she's going to be on there. Then this other sorcerer called Brother Voodoo. I've never heard of him, but he's supposed to be on there as well. They're introducing 3 new characters, and they're supposed to all premiere on this Doctor Strange 2. So I don't know.
Brian says, let's make our own IPs. Death to the Mouse and their softcore. I'm going to assume that means that's porn. But okay, guys. Yeah, so I mean, there's certain people that you got to put on the new Avengers because you got to have people are invested in. So that automatically makes, if Thor is still around, Thor needs to be a bigger part of the Avengers. Spider-Man, Black Panther for sure. And again, like I said, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Captain Marvel is going to be forefront because unless something changes and Black Widow isn't dead. Black Widow was I think she is, but there is some rumors going around that maybe she isn't. But I wanted Black Widow to be the head of the new Avengers because she was side by side with Fury. She was the one that watched them all.
Well, she was basically running things in Endgame.
Exactly, and I think she should have been the one that became the head of the new Avengers, and that's what I was hoping. But they killed her off. Whatever. Blah 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 blah.
By the way,
spoilers.
I'd put War Machine on the new Avengers as well.
Oh yeah, good one. Good one.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to our fourth topic, and again, we're gonna go spoilers possibly in this. If you have not seen the Bond film Spectre, there will be a just not like a give me spoiler, but there's a little bit of spoilers in this. Fourth topic, it was all in his head.
Oh God.
No Time to Die director Cary Fukunaga reveals that when he originally pitched his James Bond movie, a huge chunk of it was going to take place inside the head of 007. I had an idea that this movie could all be taking place inside Blofeld's lair from Spectre. The scene where Bond has a needle going into his head to make him forget everything. He escapes with a watch bomb. They go right off into the sunset, save the day, blah, 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 blah. I was like, what if everything after his escape was in his head, or before his escape, I meant, was inside his head? I had to paraphrase a lot of that because there's a lot into this. Yeah, so what do you got? Have you guys all seen Spectre?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't watched any of the new stuff since Casino Royale.
I love the new ones. I really do. I mean, now
I don't like Daniel Craig.
I love Daniel Craig as him. Because if you've read the books, Craig is portraying Bond almost right with the books. Drew,
that's just it. Most people, I don't think, read the books, and we used to seeing dapper, calm, cool, ladies man.
I think
we know he
that,
no,
but
he's not. He doesn't even look like James Bond.
What does James Bond look like?
All the James Bonds I've seen before him are tall or brunette, got dark hair. I've never seen a blonde hair, blue eyed Bond until him.
I don't care. I think he fit. I think he's perfect for it.
Well, that's your opinion, Chris.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I think he's great for it.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Casino Royale. I like him in Casino Royale, but I never really kind of bought him as Bond. And I know that the reason why they picked him because he was in the movie Lair Cake, which was a fantastic movie.
I'm still a Connery guy.
I am too. Don't get me wrong. Connery's top of the list. I just like
Connery, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yes,
Brosnan. Yes. Except for the fact the writing sucked. It was too. Yeah. Okay, listen.
He was perfect. It's just like how Timothy Dalton was terrible because of the writing.
Yes.
But see, Timothy Dalton wasn't bad in my opinion, but he wasn't. But there wasn't enough time to build his character. But Connery was great, and I think it was a perfect mix between that sarcasm and the non-comedy comedy.
What did you guys think of the Roger Moore era, though?
Roger Moore, and it was all.
I was a kid, and I loved Roger Moore as a kid. Going back and watching it as an adult, I'm like, God, this is terrible.
Oh my God! And the villains were never scary. They didn't really cause any.
You didn't like Jaws?
Oh no, I love Jaws, man. Jaws was great. It's still camp.
The man with the golden gun.
I liked Moonraker, even though it was corny. But
God,
Moonraker! I remember Moonraker. I like that too.
So here's the deal. First off, you guys are going to change your mind about Bond and not about Bond because of this, but you're going to change your mind about talking about this story when I get to put up the site. I love this picture of this woman. This is beautiful.
Well, yeah, I mean, good Lord.
The Bond girls are
hello.
The Bond girls are always awesome.
Yes, they are. Okay, so basically, and this is the full thing of what he said. I had an idea this movie could all be taking place inside the villain's lair from the last film. There was a scene that when their needle goes into James Bond's head, when he's supposed to make him forget everything, and then he miraculously escapes by a watch bomb, and he and Leigh blow up the place and go on to save the day. He continued. I was like, what if everything up until the end of Act 2 was inside his head? So let's think about this for a second. Would that not be kind of a cool change of pace on how this is? Because it ties the last two movies together. And I don't see a problem with that, because it really would make it where the one movie handshakes with the other. And then you find out that, okay, he will escape somehow, but what you saw didn't actually happen.
I mean, I understand that, but isn't that like I don't know. Isn't that like a lazy plot device? What do you think, Steve?
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's definitely something that works well with certain movies. Like if you've seen Jacob's Ladder, I mean, that is a total awesome plot twist with that. But doing with a Bond movie, yeah, I just don't see that. That's not what I expect from my Bond films. And I really think that kind of is a too much of a deviation from the formula.
And it is, and I'm pretty sure that's why it was shot down, because Barbara Broccoli, no matter what you want to think about the Bond that you got right now, Barbara Broccoli has done a really great job taking over for Chubby, because she has taken a series that is, let's just say, chauvinistically male, which is what it is. I mean, who cares?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
there's nothing wrong with that, dude.
No, I'm not saying there is. It's chauvinistically male. But here's a woman who's the executive producer of these shows, and she's basically telling everybody, you know what? Go F yourself. There's never going to be a woman who's Bond. They were not going to put that in there. It makes no sense. It's not who Bond is. My dad would have rolled over in his grave. She's holding her ground and saying, no, we're keeping this the way it's always been.
She refused to go woke.
And that's fine. You want to put it
great.
It doesn't matter, because here's the thing. She is keeping true to the idea of Bond. So obviously, this doesn't fit what you would say a Bond movie would be. Therefore, what was she going to say? No, that's not how this works. We end every movie with him winning, and we go to the next movie. He's got a new mission. He's got to do a new thing. He's going to win. He's going to get the girl, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to see this change.
Who is this woman, though?
This one, this is...
I thought the new 007 was a black female. Is that not true?
No.
I think that was woke bait.
No.
I thought she used his number, not his actual. I know he.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see when the movie comes out.
She is a 00 agent, but she is not 007.
But you know, this woman in this picture, it makes me be like, you know, hey, look, can I order one of these to go, please?
I have does not tell me. I will look that up for you.
Yeah, please. You know,
let me
research
look it up on notes.
Research
IMDb.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I thought, ooh, that's interesting. That's kind of crazy to think of it like that, but it doesn't fit that Bond formula. So, are you guys okay? So you guys aren't. None of you are Craig fans.
I'm not saying I'm not a Craig fan. I don't mind.
He's had look,
as Bond.
The Daniel Craig era has been up and down. I mean, he's all right.
Okay, listen.
But he's not going to measure up to Connery.
I think Skyfall was the best one.
Okay.
Skyfall.
Casino Royale was great. And this is him starting. This is all relatively really quick. All the pitfalls, the things where he learns and becomes who you see Connery as. This is supposed to be before all that. So Casino Royale was really good, I think. Quantum of Solace, I like it, but it's just not. There's just not a lot of substance to it. It's like they said, we got this idea. This villain's going to take all the water from a undeveloped country, and he's going to steal it by staging a coup. And yeah, I'm like, okay, it's one of the stupidest plots for a villain in any of the Bond films.
The comparison that I make to this is kind of like we all seen Superman. He looks a certain way. But let's say, for instance, DC said we're gonna have Superman with red hair.
Yeah,
you might like his movies, but we could be like, he don't look like Superman. When did Superman got red hair?
I think Bond is a look. I think it is a look. What they've had. I think Bond is a mentality, and
well, traditionally he's been cast by an actor with dark hair.
Yes.
Yeah,
listen, bro.
I agree. I agree with Comic Chat too. To a degree, yeah, it is a look.
So Idris Elba, if he gets it,
yeah.
What if Idris Elba
It would
gets
take get some used to, but I'd be like, I don't know. But if he go in there and kill it, I'm still gonna say
I think he'd
he's
kill
not a traditional prototypical.
I
James
think it
Bond.
depends
He's the
if
same-
you're going with Bond being a person or Bond being a code name.
I
Like,
like
if you go with the code name theory, I'm totally fine with Idris Elba taking over. If it's actually supposed to be a person, then that's different.
yeah.
I see. All right. You want to? I'm going to cut and paste this picture out and send it to you, Drew, for your research purposes. I have that saved. I'll also send you the link.
That chick's just smoking, man.
See what? Oh yeah, I saw that and I was like, yes, nice.
Yes, please.
All right. Last topic, guys, of the night. Let me get it primed and ready. Shellback.
Super ginger. What is super ginger?
Oh,
Oh, you talking Superman, red hair.
redhead Superman.
Oh, man.
What did
Ginger.
Shellback? You can't go wrong with any Bond. Well, not yet anyway. And I love Bond. I mean, I have the whole box set Blu-ray with all the extra features. I love Bond. And I've been watching a lot of the Roger Moore lately because I haven't seen him as much. And of course, I'm a Beatles.
Your stream just got tanked.
Did it?
Yeah, it's been removed.
What?
Refresh. Yeah, it says the video has been removed for violating terms of service.
What?
Terms of service did I violate?
What?
It doesn't happen.
It's getting weird, man.
It didn't happen to me twice, bro.
Yeah, it happened to Yellow Flash a couple weeks ago.
Well, hold on. Let's see if it comes back up.
You can start back over.
Where did it go?
Well, you on Oh, no, I said the video is unavailable.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're gonna go and I'm gonna go in here to the chaos. I'm gonna go on mine and try to fix this real quick.
What the? Wow.
We're gonna have to pop that off and come back on.
I don't understand what we did. Was
It's an AI thing. None of the people are in there, and the computer is very specific, sensitive. So I did a stream probably about a month ago, and it did the exact same thing to me.
no.
I think it's because Danny started humming the theme song to James Bond.
Well, no.
Who knows?
Well, no.
the Daniel Craig hate, man.
This happened, Comix Division. This happened to me just before I got in here for Chris's stream, because I was on with Stephen Welton and those guys, and I was talking about we were just talking about Susie Liu, and then stream went. Was gone.
I'm surprised our stream on Sunday didn't get canned.
Yeah, how did that work?
Going.
That was like the biggest thing. It was like, my
Now
God.
it's back on now.
Yeah.
It's
It
back
is,
on
it
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm gonna go and look and see if it came back up on here too.
I'm on Chaos Central. It's back
on.
up now.
Okay, well, it's not up on mine, so who cares, guys? Oh wow. All right, guys. So I guess it's still going.
I don't know. I'm still seeing videos
Yeah.
been removed.
Well, is it?
I'm on Chaos Central. What are you on?
Are you on my real review?
I'm on Real Review.
Whatever you posted to Twitter.
I'm on
Really?
Real Review.
Is it on Jason?
On Real Review, no.
It's
No,
on.
it's
It's on Chaos Central.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. We're trying to make sure, see what's going on, see if it's still going. It says I'm live now, and
But Shellback saying it hasn't, and the clock started back. So you on one, but not the other.
okay, cool. Yes, all right. We're back, guys. So whatever. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. So we're gonna go back though to topic 5. Like I said, we're gonna get into that, and I'll cut it off of. I'll get it off of.
So you
Chaos
do Grim.
on.
Are you actually streaming to 2 channels?
Yes.
That might be the reason why they killed one of them.
No. This allows you to simulcast, and we've
Oh,
done it
well,
before.
There
So
you go.
I don't know. You haven't stopped. Good. Okay, sorry guys. I was trying to figure out because over on the Real Review 3000 it is stopped, but I've been throwing out the Chaos Central link for that very reason, guys. If you can retweet this out with the Chaos Central link, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you guys have not subbed to Chaos Central, please do. We're trying to get up to 100 subs so we can get our vanity title and we can just stream completely over there with these 3 shows and more. Okay, sorry guys, little business there. So we're gonna go to the last topic. Topic number 5 is a crossover about to spawn. According to comicbookmovie.com, Todd McFarlane might be open to a crossover between Spawn, Spider-Man, and Venom. Todd says he's way more concerned on how the fluffy bunny disease will have a lasting effect on the comic book industry and was wondering if the industry might need a special event on the other side. Something as crazy as Spawn, Spidey, Venom, and that's how they put it. They put it in parentheses, so I don't know if they are suggesting that Venom is going to be in it or if this is something he's actually alluded to. I don't know, maybe. I never had a compelling reason to do it, but if it helps stabilize our industry, then maybe I should go and do my part. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think? A crossover between
that would be awesome. I'm all for that.
I am too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That would be pretty refreshing. I would be down for that.
The only thing this makes me think is why haven't they done this in the movies?
Who owns
Disney.
Spawn?
Spawn
McFarlane owns Spawn.
McFarlane,
Yeah, McFarlane.
Image Comics.
Do you think why couldn't he sell, not sell, but say, listen, I'm going to put in my money, and Sony, you put in your money, and Disney, you put in your money, and let's do this.
Disney's going to be greedy and want the bigger piece of the cut.
Yep.
Well, again, I go back to the rated R thing. Disney's not going to want a part of Spawn. Spawn is not a light-hearted, fun.
No.
I mean, it's not like Spawn walks down and says, "Hey, kids, come with me and let's get some ice cream."
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'll swoop you up in my cape and you'll go straight to hell. Come on, everybody.
Want to go for some ice cream made of human skulls.
There you go.
Now the thing, if you're gonna do like a War of Hell, I would love to see Spawn versus Lady Death.
Yeah,
I mean that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, I love this idea, and this type of stuff always makes me go, why haven't we gotten to a point in movies where we can, a DC crossover with Marvel, with Spawn in it somewhere. These companies are going to eventually, and I think, again, I've said this, the Disney Sony thing is such a great chance to meld a lot of different things together. Without one,
I don't know if Spider-Man and Venom would be the perfect ones to mix. I can see it more on a Doctor Strange and maybe Blade kind of character would be more in that wheelhouse. I don't know if Spider-Man and Venom would be in Spawn's wheelhouse.
I think it's mainly because Todd McFarlane used to draw Spawn and Venom. That's the reason.
Mm-hmm. I think they could fit in. They had Carnage. Carnage was crazy. So
could you imagine that? Spidey, Venom, Spawn, and Carnage.
No,
oh my God,
crazy.
that would cost.
I just want them to bring back
the. What was that, Comics?
No, sorry. I just want them to bring back the '90s HBO cartoon series.
Yes,
that was amazing.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It was, and when we got the word that they were going to do the movie, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be awesome!" Because I was thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
And
the movie wasn't that bad. The special
it wasn't bad. It was just for that time period. There was just so much that.
Could you imagine it now with the special effect they got now? It could be even more awesome.
Anything could be awesome.
Well, they're supposed to be doing another Spawn movie.
Well, back then,
Todd McFarlane was. Which one?
I said the cake special effects back then was awesome. They can just improve on his powers and make him look more realistic in that suit.
What'd you say, Jason, about?
I was saying Tom McFarlane wasn't happy with the first Spawn movie.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he hated it. There was a lot of things in it that they wanted to do.
But that's his fault because he pressured them so badly. He wanted to be on set and up their ass so much, and they basically kicked him off the set. And that's his fault because if he had played the game with the producers and stuff like he should have, he could have had more say and said, "Wait, guys, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but that's not Spawn. That's not how this works." But because he was so up their butts about it, I think that's why it failed.
I don't wrong him though because that's his project.
It is.
I can't blame him. It's his baby.
Coming out right. Like you got to say it. Like, listen, this is not.
And if I were him, I would have looked and says, "You know what? You kicked me out of here. You don't let me have a say. Guess what? Look at the cartoon. Look at the cartoon. That's what I can do."
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I can do.
And that's why he wants to take control of the new one. He wants to do it the way it's supposed to be. So
I don't know if he got the directing chops to do it. It's one thing to be the actor and the writer and the artist.
Hey, Comix, you got a comment for you here. Alan Massey's in the chat and he says, "At Comix Division, hey meat sack."
Yes, because I had the fleshy meat sack at the Comix Division YouTube channel.
Oh man! Hey, Alan Massey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hail.
Oh yeah, and this is what I'm saying right here. She said it. Spawn, Venom, and Carnage take my money. And that's what I'm saying.
Everybody wouldn't want to see it, but it's a question of if they could do that right. Now, cinematically, I mean, my God,
that's what I want to see that in the movie. I'm like,
but yeah, it just sucks. It's not going to happen, but it would make a ton of money. That's for sure.
Oh yes, it might look past Endgame.
It might.
If they get the right strip and the right writers, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is going to be to pass Endgame, any other movie that comes out.
Yeah. Well, they'll just do what they did with the.
All they got to do is bring back 3D. That's how he did a lot of his money. 3D, and he was in there damn 6 months. So if Endgame stayed there 6 months, how much money do you think it would make? Even more.
Well, that's what they'll do. If the movie surpasses Endgame and it's a comic book movie, they're going to come back with a special edition release of Endgame into the theaters so they can get their more money back.
Yeah, probably. That's what they're going to do it.
Honestly, man, I just want to see that darn New Mutants movie that's being held up. I want to see it already.
Man, I am so scared of that because here, I don't know if you guys know the story behind all this old Fox property coming out. All of these movies were all but scrapped. Fox was going to scrap them all because they were selling to Disney. And
did you see how good the trailer was, though, Chris?
Yeah, I did. I've been wanting to see it too. I'm not saying I want to see it, but here's the thing:
they nailed magic. Nailed magic.
Here's the thing. So Disney basically called the Fox execs in and said, "You bring me everything that you guys have started production on. I don't care if it's in just the day 2 of production. I want to see what you guys have." So they let Dark Phoenix go. They let New Mutants go. They let these movies were decided by Disney to go forward. Why would you do that? Your hand isn't in it. Your hand doesn't have. Your company has no say in what's going on in these. They were that far done. What this is their attempt to kill off the X-Men, kill off the New Mutants, so they can get all these properties rebooted right from the get-go. So whatever movie you're getting, you may be getting a piece of crap. Maybe. I mean, like I said, I am hopeful for that. I have not seen the Dark Phoenix movie yet. Danny says it's not as bad as people say. Other people say don't listen to that. It's crap. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I will make my determination on it.
So who would you actually cast as Spawn?
Let's go back to Mads. She is
Hardy.
No, but kind of like what would you be your fan casting? Because right now apparently Jamie Foxx is listed.
Oh God,
the new Spawn movie.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I've heard him as
Hardy as Venom.
What about Michael Jai White?
He did it
Oh, yeah.
last time.
Yeah, it was.
He
Yeah,
did
he
it,
was
yeah.
the original Spawn.
I know, but why not?
I honestly, okay. I
Okay.
would like Keith David. He's the one who voiced.
Mm.
He voiced Spawn in the
Yeah.
cartoon series. I know he's a little
He's
bit
too old though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't need to look like himself. I mean, they're just gonna put makeup on him. But as
but I
long as
gotta-
he does the voice, man, he was so perfect for that role.
Yeah, it was the perfect voice for Spawn.
Yeah.
Michael J. White was a good Spawn too.
He was a good Spawn.
He was really good, you know. But who I would like to see as Spawn, I don't know, man. Maybe Idris Elba. I could see him pulling it
That
off.
could work. Yeah, that could work too.
You
How
know,
about Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, I could see that too.
What do you guys think of this? Ancient One says the only way a Dark Phoenix movie can ever be done properly if it's done in either the form of a trilogy or a quadrilogy.
I agree with that 100%.
I don't disagree.
Dark Phoenix suck. I'm telling you, it's
It
not
would
the
need to be a
worst thing
TV
out
series.
there. It
No,
is
it's not.
the
It's
worst
not bad.
thing.
No, it's not bad.
Well, the
Dark Phoenix-
SpongeBob movie isn't the worst thing out there either.
Nah.
I'm talking about as it relates to a comic book movie. I liked it better than Captain Marvel. I liked it better than Shazam. I definitely like it
Wow.
better than Thor 2.
Oh wow, nice.
Well, Thor 2, that's putting it down pretty low.
Hey man, I don't care what you guys say. I liked Thor too. So.
I liked it too. I didn't mind it. But let's go on something really quick here. I'm going to go ahead and get us all back full screen. Let's go off of something real quick. Danny was putting it in the questions for the Rule of Three the other day, I think, about perhaps in Love and Thunder, Jane being Thor or the, and he was talking about, do you think it's going to be like in the comic books where she dies of cancer? Here's the thing. I think they kind of set that up in Thor 2 because she had that sickness in her, and yes, they got it out, but I think they kind of set that up to do that.
They could definitely
Possible.
use it. I don't know. It's definitely one of those things that if they were setting her up to be dying of cancer, they should have done it sooner.
Darn it, Chris, I just want Beta Ray Bill, okay?
I know. No, I really want that too. You see, here's the other problem. You said you made a good point there, Comics, about they should have already set that up, but
I don't think they're gonna do it.
God, no,
Comics
her
always-
name. What's her name? Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman was done. She's like, I'm done with this, and then they brought her back in, and then they did the same thing with Gwyneth Paltrow. She was done. Then they brought her back in. This goes and shows you that they didn't think too far ahead about what they were going to do. And then now they're like, okay, we want these girls back, which also leads to the thought that the new Avengers may be just female.
Well, they talked about doing an A-Force movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
So
I don't know.
That's the future is female. But here's the thing. I mean, if the reason why they came back is because Disney showed up with a dump truck full of money and dumped it on their lawn.
Exactly.
I know why.
Come back.
I mean,
They made it rain in the club.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, that's you throw enough money at somebody, eventually they're gonna say yes, I'll do another.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
And now the thing is that they're kind of walking back a lot of the stuff that they were saying with Thor: Love and Thunder, because initially it was, it's gonna be female Thor, and it's gonna be Thor Odinson too as Thor, and it's like, make up your mind.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right,
if they use
guys.
the ether to give her cancer, I don't have a problem with that.
All right.
I don't think they have a setup, and if they do it, they needed to do it better than what they did in the comic books. The comic was terrible.
Mhm.
All right, guys. That's all I got today. I got to go get my kid. That's why we started earlier than normal today. I'm going to let you guys run around and tell everybody about yourselves again, where they can find all that fun stuff. Danny, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
I am Comic Chat. You can find me on Mondays on my channel, and the show I do is a chaotic conversation where usually I rank different things evolving in the Marvel Universe, DC, Star Trek, Star Wars, that type of thing. Also, you can find me on Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my other show, which is called Equilibrium, along with myself, Terrence, and Jason.
Very good. Next to him is Jason Miller. You see him in the chat a lot, but he's been helping us out here with the Chaos Central stuff. Jason, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself.
Well, again, like I said, I don't have a channel, but you catch me on Danny's channel, Comic Chat's channel. You can catch me here with you guys every now and then. Like I said, I really enjoy it. So once I get my stuff started, you all will know.
Yeah, and his Twitter information is down below. The only one of these gentlemen who is not yet in the description below is Drew. That's my fault. And Danny just dropped out. Oh, wait, no, he's there. I don't know how that happened, but okay. But up next, Comix Division, one part of my Mandalorian Roundtable group. Go ahead and tell everybody about yourself.
Well, as I said earlier, I'm the fleshy meat sack of the Comix Division YouTube channel. And the reason why I say that, in case people are curious, is because I used to run around with the cartoon avatar. So anyway, now that I'm using camera and whatnot, so
You're real.
I'm a real person. I'm a
real boy.
Exactly. Anyway, so yeah, you can find me at Comix Division on Twitter, and if you like my shitty opinions, you can find me over at on YouTube, Comix Division.
Yeah, and chat. Make sure you catch us usually late Thursday night. We all do a stream. Myself, Comix Division, Script Doctor, and Tom from Midnight's Edge. So you could catch us on Comix Division's channel doing that. So there we go.
Exactly. All right, Drew, go ahead and tell them about yourself and all the fun stuff you do.
All right. So, of course, like I said, I'm Drew Taylor. I write for Bounding Into Comics. You can read me there. You can read me on a brand new website, sickestofall.com. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Supreme Heretic. And, of course, every Thursday we have the Pegasus Actual podcast that you can tune into 9 p.m. Eastern till, we usually go a couple hours. And then I jump over and you can catch me on Comix Division's channel. So it's good times, man. Thursday nights are fun. So make sure you pop in, catch us on both channels. Big thanks to Chris Knight for having me on. Thank you to all the esteemed gents on the panel. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. And I will catch everybody later.
Awesome. And I am Chris Knight. Real Review 3000 is my channel. This was over there for a little bit. It's no longer on there. I'll cut it off of Chaos Central and pop it up over there just so those people who go over my channel can watch it too. But we are working on getting this all over onto Chaos Central's channel permanently. To help us out, guys, please sub if you haven't already. Smash that like button. Hit the bell so you know when we're coming on live. And also let some people out there know that Chaos Central's out here. Once we get to 100 subs and we get that vanity title, we will go ahead and start doing these streams completely from Chaos Central because these are Chaos Central products. Those 3 shows are, like I said, Danny mentioned his show, which is the Chaotic Conversation on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesdays, this show is typically done by Sean Stackhouse, but it is the Chaos List, and it's normally at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time also, but I have to go get my kid here really quick, so I had to move it up. And then on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my show, which is The Rule of 3. And those 3 shows are all Chaos Central shows. And if you have any question, though, you can get a hold of me, Danny, or Sean, and we can tell you more about it. But, guys, thank you so very much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Great conversation, guys. And yeah, and so now we're just going to say goodbye to everyone. Say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.